Okay, so let me share my screen and we will start with, let's just look at the practice test and then we'll go to a guide for translating. Now, this first problem, let me get rid of that. Does everybody see TASC algebra practice test?
Yes.
Okay, this is the one you just finished. And I noticed, like I said, other than you, Vanessa, the other students had problems on the first one, which dealt with translating. This is translating words into the math. So before we go to number one, I think I'll look at, I have a chart here I want to bring up. Let me do a new share and bring up a chart. Does everyone see that? Translating keywords and phrases into algebraic expressions. Does everyone see that? Vanessa, you see it?
Yes, no problem.
Okay. Maureen? Maureen disappeared. Maureen, do you see it? Hello, Alva. You're on mute. Alva, you're on mute. Can't hear you. Alva, you're on mute. Unmute yourself. Click on your microphone. The icon microphone. Alva. Click on your microphone. Do you see the little microphone and you've got a line across it? Click on it so you will unmute yourself. You should see it probably at the bottom of your screen. Alva, can you hear me? Unmute yourself. You unmute. Hello, Maureen. We lost you. Okay. Okay, Maureen, you're on mute.
They talked just now.
Okay, all right.
You can hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. I can't hear. Alva is on mute. Michelle, put Alva on unmute. Okay, there she goes. All right. Waiting for Alva to get back on.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
here.
okay, Alva. I was saying that on the algebra practice test.
Yes, number one.
Yes, most of you have problems on that one, which is why I'm going through translating keywords and phrases into algebraic expressions.
Yes.
Also, I said that we were going to go to functions, but we're not, because I think we still need to do some more work on the algebra.
Okay.
All right. So, Alva, do you see the translating keywords and phrases into algebraic expressions on your screen?
Keywords and phrase.
And to algebraic expressions. You see that, right?
I see keyword. I didn't see algebra.
You don't see translating keywords and phrases?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Ms. Barbara.
Okay, all right. Now, the table, let me just read what it says now. The table below lists some keywords and phrases that are used to describe common mathematical operations. To write algebraic expressions and equations, assign a variable to represent the unknown number. We've been doing that. And you can use anything from A to Z, but normally we use X. Now, in the table below, the letter X is used to represent the unknown. In translation problems, turn off your phone. In translation problems, the words sum, total, difference, product, and quotient. imply at least two parts. Use parentheses when a sum or difference is multiplied. For example, the phrase sum of 3 times a number and 5, 3 times the number means multiplication. So if you use X, that would be 3 times X right here. And then and 5 means you add 5. While the phrase where you have 3 times the sum of a number and 5 translates to 3, and there's the sum of a number and 5, X plus 5 and 3 times it. So now we'll look at the major operations in the math, which are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. And we'll also look at a raise to a power. Now, these are the key words or phrases that you generally see in word problems for addition. It could be plus, more than, sum of, total of, increased by, added to. These are the common ones you see in your word problems. Plus, a number plus 3. So if you say let X represent the number, then that translates to X plus 3. Addition. Everybody follow that, right? Addition.
Yes.
Okay, because I'll be sending you a worksheet for you to do some of these for practice, okay? 10 more than, that's where you're using more than. That's still addition. X represents the number. 10 more than will be X plus 10. The sum of a number and 5, that means you're adding a number that you could call X to 5. So X plus 5. The total of 6 and some number, that's addition also. 6 plus a number we call X. A number increased by 2. That means you're adding 2 to a number. X plus 2, where X is representing the number. 11 added to a number. That means you adding 11 to a number, and here are the numbers X. The same would be, this would be the same if you said let the number be B. That would be B plus 3. This would be 6 plus B. Number increased by 2 would be B plus 2. 11 added to a number. If B is the number, this would be B plus 11. Are there any questions on addition?
I understand the plus.
Okay.
And the increase is when the number get bigger.
Right, that's addition also, Alba. Anything else?
My problem is sometimes the X bother me, because if X is a number, I don't know what it is.
Well, you don't have to use X, Alba.
I know.
You say what you want the number to be. You may say let the number be equal to Q.
Yes.
In that case, a number plus 3 would be Q plus 3.
Okay, so like how you say X plus 3, that means that X is 3?
No, that means you're adding 3 to a number that you call X.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, because sometimes it bothers me with the letter and the numbers.
Okay, well,
because take for instance now, the sum of a number and 5. Okay. So X would be
the
3.
number.
Yes.
No, we're not trying to solve anything, Alba.
Okay.
See, that's the thing. We're not trying to solve it. We're just trying to write the algebraic expression. Now, the algebraic expression is not solving. It's just putting the expression down.
Okay.
Okay. And sum means what you get when you add something, right?
Yes.
And what you're adding here is a number we call X.
Plus 5.
Plus 5, right.
Yes.
So when it says, when all these cases where it says some number, a number, a number. That's the variable. Okay, where you see number here, that refers to the variable. It's just that we said right here, we say let X be used to represent the unknown. Okay, but you could have said let Y be equal to the unknown. Then that would be Y plus 3. You follow, Alva?
Yes, Miss Barbara. Yes.
And if I said let P be equal to the number, what would this one be, Alva? What would
Which one?
a number plus 3? What would that, if I say let P be equal to the number, what would a number plus 3 translate to? What would this be?
Okay, it's a hex plus 3.
Now
And
I
if it's a
said
P.
I say let P be equal to number, not X. So what would
Okay.
be the translation?
It would be P plus 3.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So you can pick whatever you want as a variable, anything from A to Z.
Yes.
Okay. You can say let W be the number. Then a number plus 3 would translate to W plus 3.
Okay.
Is that clearer, Alva?
Yes, Miss Barbara.
So you decide that in this table, they let X be the number, but it could have been
Yes,
anything
it could
from
be
A to Z.
any number. Yes.
Any
this
number
is-
in the alphabet, A to Z. Okay.
Yes.
If this
Good
was a hello, is that Chastity?
No, that's Mercedes.
Mercedes. Hello, Mercedes. We're just getting started because that
Okay.
first problem, several of you missed it. It involved translating to an algebraic expression. So I'm going over a table.
Okay.
And I'm trying to make sure you understand. So we just got started on the table, starting with addition.
Okay.
Now, when you add two things, Mercedes, what do you get? What do you call that expression?
More.
No, what do you call what you get from an addition?
Some.
Good afternoon, Miss Barbara, everyone.
Hello, hello.
I'm here.
All right.
Should be, I'm gonna
That's
log into
Chastity.
the, yeah, I will be on the computer soon, okay?
Okay,
Just
all
give me
right,
1 second,
okay,
sorry.
all right. So what do you call it, Mercedes?
Some.
Sum. It's called a sum. Like if you say 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 is the sum.
Yes.
That's the result of adding things. It doesn't have to be 2 things, it could be 5 things. But when you add something, you get a sum, right?
Okay.
When you subtract things, you get a what?
You get
What do you call that?
what do you call it again? Slip me.
When
You get
subtract 2 items. What do you get? 5 minus 2 equals 3. What is 3? What do we call that?
I forgot the
So
I don't know if
anybody know?
is it different?
Difference. Yes, it's called a difference. Adding, the result is the sum. Subtracting, the result is the difference. Now,
Yeah.
suppose you multiply. What do you get, Mercedes? 5
you get-
times 3 is 15. What is 15?
Is it an increase?
No,
No,
multiplying.
what is it again? What's the word? Right on my lips.
Start with a P.
What is it again?
Starts with a P.
Plus.
No, it starts with a P.
Oh, it's not
The result of multiplication, Alpha.
Oh, okay.
5
down.
times 3 is 15. 15 is what, Alva?
A total.
No,
No.
that's addition.
What is it again?
Product.
Product.
Okay.
Yes, product. Now, division. When you divide 15 by 3 and you get 5. What do you call 5, Maureen?
Let's see.
Maureen, what do you call the 5? 15 divided by 3 equals 5. What is 5 called? This is division.
I can't remember.
Do you know, Mercedes?
I'm thinking to slip me.
Alva?
Okay, 15 multiplied by
No,
5.
no,
No.
we dividing now. 15 divided by 5 equals 3. What do we call that 3, Alva? It's
The
called the
quotient.
quotient. That's
The quotient.
it. Very
Yeah.
good, Alva. It's
Yes.
called the quotient.
Yes. Yes.
So, you know, adding gives you sum, subtracting gives you difference, multiplication gives you product, division gives you quotient.
Quotient.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Any questions on addition before we go to subtraction? These
I
are
didn't, I didn't,
Mercedes.
I don't know what you were doing. Is that what
No.
you're considering?
Yeah, I'm showing you some keywords and phrases you see in
Okay.
problems that translate to addition.
What happened is if I read it in a proposition or whatever you give me, I recognize what it's supposed to do.
Okay, so
Yeah.
when you see plus or more than, sum of, total of, increase by, added to, you know that's addition, right?
Yes.
And if you had an example, then you can translate those words into the math. 11 added to a number, and it just so happens here that they use X for the number. But like I said, you could use anything from A to Z. If you had
Okay.
used P, this would be P plus 11. Now you can kind of parallel addition and subtraction. If addition is plus, then subtraction is minus. If addition is more than, subtraction will be less than. Okay, let's go here. Notice here, more than, less than, sum of, difference of, less, increase by, decrease by, added to, subtracted from. And sometimes you call it takeaway, right? So
Yes.
that's right. So if you're subtracting minus a number minus, and here is the number, we're calling it X, a number minus 7 is X minus 7. Now, when you see less than, and this is one you seem to kind of get hung up on, when you see less than, that means subtracting. And that means whatever you're saying less than, that's what's subtracted. So like here, 4 less than a number. That means you'll subtract 4 from some number here that we're calling X. You follow? Because
Yes, ma'am.
this is one you seem to have problems on. Just remember, when you have less than, the number that's less than is the number that's subtracted from.
Okay.
So 4 less than means that number 4 is subtracted from a number, which here is called X. And if it were P, it would be P minus 4. Questions? Just as we said, the sum of a number is addition, the difference of a number is subtracting. So the difference of a number and 3 is 3 subtracted from a number we call X. Here again, this one is just like 4 less than a number. It's just saying less, 9 less a number. But notice the difference now. This is saying 9 and subtract a number from 9. So less than, the number is the number you're subtracting from. That's
Okay.
4. But if it's a number less a number, then you're taking that number and subtracting something from it. So do you see the difference in less than and less? 9 less a number means take a number from 9 that we call X. So your takeaway is the X from the 9. Okay.
Yeah.
So be careful with your less than and your less. They are different, not the same. Decrease by, increase by, we add. Decrease by, we're subtracting. A number decreased by 12 means we're subtracting 12 from a number. 12 from X, we call it the variable X. Subtracted from, just like 11 added. Subtracted from is take the number, subtract it from a number. 6 subtracted from a number is 6 subtracted from X. Any questions on subtraction?
Okay, I'm
No.
getting the drift of it.
You getting it? Very good. I'll be sending you this table, so you
Okay,
can use
Thank
it
you.
as a guide, and the ones that I send you to work on, you can look at your table if you forgot it. All right, so let's go to multiplication. Multiplication, we say a product. So multiplication, we say times. And you know that from your multiplication tables, right?
Uh-huh.
yes, Miss Barbara.
Maureen, what's
Yeah.
7 times 3?
21.
Okay. If I said 7 times a number, what would you say, Maureen?
3.
No.
7 times P.
No,
So
a
you-
number.
7 times a number. Tell me what that translates to. 7 times a number. You're using P. So what would that translate to, Maureen?
7P.
7P. That's right. Like here, 8 times a number where the number is X. That's 8X. So remember when you have side by side, remember I told you that was multiplication. 8
Yes,
times a number is 8 times X.
okay.
If the number is P, like Maureen used, then it would be 8P.
Time P,
That's right.
3 times P.
Yeah, it would
Yes.
just be 8P, Alba. You don't have to put a times there. You just
Okay.
put 8
8
and then
P.
P.
Yes.
That means 8 multiplied by the number P. Okay.
Okay.
And product, that's what you get when you multiply. Product of 14 and a number is 14x. In other words, this is 14 times x. And if the number were 3, then that would be 52. But we're not solving anything here. We're just writing the expression, okay? The algebraic expression. Now, when you see twice a number, a double a number, that means you're multiplying 2 times the number. So if you saw twice a number, that would be 2 times x, where x is the number. If you see double a number, that also means 2 times x.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Now, if you're multiplying by a negative number, you just put negative sign in front, and whatever you're multiplying by, you put after, like 6, and you're multiplying it by the number x. A number multiplied by negative x would be minus 6, that's negative, times the number we're calling x. If it were r, this would be minus 6r. Questions?
Miss, I didn't get that little last part so well. I'm sorry.
Okay, a number multiplied by negative 6, Mercedes. That means you're taking a negative 6, which is a minus 6, and you multiplying it by a number we're calling x. That's
Yes.
minus 6 times the number x. So it would just be minus 6x. Because
Okay.
side by side is multiplication.
Yes.
If this had been a t, it would be minus 6t if we call the number t, the unknown number. Okay? Is that clear, Mercedes?
I think so.
Yeah, it's just that all of these others were positive. We didn't have to say positive. That's the default, right? But if we want to multiply by a negative number, we say that it's negative, and then we put the sign on it to show it's negative, and the number we're multiplying it by is the variable x. All right, so minus 6x, that's the same thing as saying minus 6 multiplied by the number x. Questions? Now, when you're dealing with a fraction, you use the of phrase. 3/4 of a number means you taking 3/4 and multiplying it by a number. That's a fraction. So 3/4 is the 3/4, and the number is x.
Oh,
Question? Suppose I said 1/3 of a number and the number is T. What would this be? I'll say these. 1/3 of a number and the number is T. What would
Oh,
this be
I
right
would,
here?
I would put T in place of X.
I said 1/3. I didn't
Yeah.
say 3/4. I say 1/3
Oh,
of
oh.
a number and the number is T. What would this be translated to?
1/3 T.
Yes, 1/3 T. That's right. The fraction now would be 1/3 and the variable would be T.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Maureen, suppose I said 1/8 of a number Y. What would this be translated to?
1/8 Y.
That's right, 1/8 Y. So you put the fraction and then put the variable. Okay, so you got the multiplication. When you multiply, you get a product. And multiplication is times. You say 5 times 6 is 30, okay? It's times. All right, product, what you get from multiplying. And you can use twice and doubled, or you could use multiplied by. That's telling you multiplied. Or you could say of, and that means you have a fraction. Okay. Sometimes the fraction is a percent. Like you could say what? 50% of a number. And you could put 50%, change the decimal point, 5 times X. All right. Now, division, what did we say? Alva told you what division gives you quotient, right?
Yes.
So if we said quotient of a number and 7, that means you're dividing a number we call X by 7, right? And what you get would be the quotient. Now, suppose the unknown number was S, Alva. So I said the quotient of a number, what we call it S, and 11. What would this be?
Okay, the quotient of a number is
And 11.
X and 11.
I'm using S.
Oh,
as in-
S.
S
The
as in
quotient
Sam.
of, yeah, the quotient of a number is X, S and 11.
But you didn't give me what you're doing. What are
The
you doing with the
quotient of
S
a
and 11?
number and 7.
No, 11.
Oh, the quotient of a number and
And we-
11.
And the number we're calling, I won't say S. Let's call the number B, as in boy.
Yes.
The quotient of a number B and 11. What would
Yes.
this be? What would this be right here?
That would be X
No, we're
divided
using
by,
B. No, wait, I said B.
oh,
The
okay.
quotient of a number B
is B
and
and
11.
11.
So
Yes.
what would that translate to?
B and 11.
Yeah, but what would it look like? What does this say right here?
Oh, it's a division.
So-
Divide.
So
Yes.
tell me what to write. If I had to write it, what would it be?
The quotient of B.
And what would I have? B what?
B over
Go ahead, say it.
11.
That's right, B
Yes,
over 11.
Over 11.
So the
yes.
X would be a B, and you have
Yes.
the
and,
line
yes.
here showing us a fraction, B
Yes.
divided by 11.
11.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, divided by 10 divided by a number. The number is
Yes.
X, 10 is the number. This will be 10 divided
Divided
by
by
X.
X.
All right.
Yes. Yes.
Now, remember, a ratio is a division, right?
yes.
So if you say the ratio of a number to 15, the number is X, and it is the ratio to 15.
15.
X over 15.
Yes.
So remember, a ratio is a division.
So miss,
Yes,
the X over the 15 would be the in place of a number to divide 15, right?
yeah, the X is the number, and 215 would complete the ratio. X to 15. X over 15. Remember, you could also write this as X colon 15, but as a division, it would be X divided by 15. Got it?
So X is the coefficient.
No, it's not a coefficient. It's the number.
Ratio.
Number is the coefficient. Okay.
No,
That's
it's
all.
not a coefficient. A coefficient is a variable in front of a number, like 6x, like
Oh,
here, 2x.
oh.
The coefficient is a 2, right?
Okay,
But
okay.
this is a division. So the ratio of a number to 15 will be X to 15, or X divided by 15.
Okay.
That clearer?
Yes,
Yeah.
miss.
Okay. Now, there's powers. Now, when we say powers, we're doing what? Powers. Yeah, that's an exponent. So
Yes.
powers like X, unknown number raised to the n power. So we could say the square of, or we could say squared. So the unknown number is X, we're raising it to the second power.
Oh.
Whenever you say square, you're using 2 as the power. If you say cube, you're using 3 as the power.
Mhm.
Oh,
You know the
you could-
difference. And we
Oh.
probably won't have anything higher. We probably won't use anything higher than the 2 and the 3 power when we translate it. So square of or squared, that's the square. So X in the second power is really X times X, right? Multiplication. A number times itself. When you square something, you multiply the number by itself. So
Yeah.
Alva, what would 4 square be equal to?
16.
That's right, because you multiply 4 times 4, right?
Yes.
And what if you had to cube 2? What would 2 to the cube, 2 raised to the third power? What would that be, Alva?
2 raised to the third power.
2
That's
times itself 3 times.
it would be cube 3.
No, 2 times itself 3 times. So what's 2 times 2 times 2?
To the third power.
Yeah, so what's 2 times 2 times 2?
Oh, 2 times 2 times 2. Okay. 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. 8
That's right. 2
Yes.
times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2
times
is
2
8.
is 8. Yes.
Okay, now let's go to equals. Now, whenever you have an equal, these are the phrases. It could say equals, it could say is, could say the same as, it could say
Yes.
yields, it could say amounts to.
Amount. Yes.
So 7 less than a number equals 10. That means when you take 7 from a number, you get the number 10. That's an equal. So
Yes.
7, remember 7 less, that means 7 subtracted from the number, and that is equal to 10. So that
Yes.
we're using the equal.
Yes.
Now, if we say, any questions on this one?
No, miss.
We use the less back up there when we were looking at subtraction, right?
Yeah, less than 10. Yes.
Now, 3 times a number, that's multiplication, right?
Yes.
Is -6. So 3 times a number is 3 times X, and is equal minus -6 is -6. Okay. Is the same as, that also means equal. So 8 is the same as, that's the equal. Twice a number means we multiply the number by 2. So 8 equal 2 times X. Got it?
8 is the same as twice a number.
8 is the same as. So is the same as is equal.
Okay.
So is the
That's
same
true.
as right here translates to equal. So you say
Okay.
8 is the same as, that translates to equal. So we put our equal sign, twice
Yes.
a number, 2 times the number that we're calling X. Okay,
Yes, miss.
12 added to a number yields 5. That's another equal. Yields means 5. So 12 added to a number equal 5. So you add 12 to a number X and set it equal 5.
So instead of say equal, you just say yields.
Yes, you're using yield. These are the kinds of phrases you see
Phrases
in
that are
word
using.
problems.
That
Yes.
one is very unusual. I hardly come upon that one.
Yeah, you rarely see it, but just in case you do, it means
Yes, it means
equal.
equal.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. 9 less a number. That's means you take 9, subtract a number from it. Amounts to translates to equal. So that would be equal 20. 9 less a number. That means you take a number X from 9. Amounts to translates to equal. So that's equal 20. Questions? Let's
Okay.
go back. Let's go back to our new share and go back to our problem sheet
Okay.
of practice. Now, based on what we went through. Okay. Now, let's do number 1. 3 times a number increased by 9. Now, 3 times a number means a multiplication, right?
Yes.
In 3 times a number. So if you took 3 times a number, okay, that translates to multiplication, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes.
And if we, and they said let X equal the unknown number, that means you're going to have a 3X, right? That's going to translate to a 3X. So if you don't see a 3X in the answer, it cannot be the answer. Now,
Okay.
increase by 9, that means you're going to add 9 to it. So let's just take, let's take 3 times a number. Let me just write it here. 3 times a number. That's going to translate to, and it said let X be equal to number. So that would translate to 3X, right? Everybody following?
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
if you say increase by 9, what does that mean, Maureen?
Increase means to add.
That's right. So increase by 9. So let's just write here. Increase by 9 means you're going to add 9, right? So
Yeah.
increased by 9 means add 9, right?
Mm.
Okay. Now we say is 15 less than. So that means you're going to subtract 15 from it, right? 15 less than this. That means you're going to subtract 15 less than, and then 6 times the numbers of multiplication. So 15 less than, let's just put it here. We're going to put everything here, and then you put it together. So 15 less than means subtract 15. All right. Then when we go to 6 times a number, here we go. What operation is that, Alba?
Excuse me.
6 times a number.
You're adding
6 times a number?
6 times the increase.
Is it multiplying?
It's a multiplication. Yeah.
Yes.
Times mean multiplication, remember?
Yes.
Right? So 6 times a number, that's 6
Yes.
times a number means multiply. Okay, that means multiply because we said times mean multiply, right?
Yes.
put it all together. Where do you see 3x? 3 times a number. Which
Yeah.
choices have 3x?
Is it C?
Well, C has a 3x.
Yeah, but
D.
no, that's D. Because 3 times a number, 3x plus 9 equals 6x minus 15.
3 times a number increased by 9. Which one is that, Alba? Which choices have 3 times a number increased by 9? Means you're adding 9 to it.
That's B.
Is that C?
I said
Well,
C, but
it's only 2 of them that have 3 times a number increased by 9. And that's
and it's
C.
A or B.
No. 3 times the number increased by 9 can only be C or D.
Yes.
3 times a number where the number is X, Alva,
Yes.
and add 9. It can only be C or D, right?
Yes.
Because you said A. A says 3 times 9 times a number.
Okay.
In
Yes.
other
So
words, 9
yes.
times a number times 3. That's not the same thing.
No.
3 times a number increased by 9 is only C or D. Right?
Yes.
Now, we say 15 less than, that means you subtracting 15 from something, and
Yes.
15 is less than 6 times a number, Albert.
Yes. So
So
that's D.
that's right.
Yes.
Answer D.
Yes. I did work it out and say it's D.
Okay, answer D.
Yes.
So you can see how you can eliminate the ones that it can't be, right?
Yes.
3
ma'am.
times the number increased by 9. That only appears in C and D. A and B you can eliminate, right? Now you've got to look at 15 less, and the 15 less, that means you subtract the 15. And the only one you subtracting the 15 is D. Because
Yes.
C says 15 minus 6 times a number. That's
It's
not
a
the same.
it's a difference.
That's right, Alva. It's the difference.
Yes. I did go
Okay.
over it and see that is D.
So Maureen, you see it because you didn't pick D.
I didn't pick D, but then when you said it back to me, I had picked D. So
Okay.
I
Yeah.
tried to do some that. So when you come in today, but they don't know if I do them right.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, so the answer is D. But you look at what
But
they.
you know when I first do it, I had D. They were up there, put something else. That's me all the time.
You changed it.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah. You can't.
Yeah, I was
do that.
looking at it and I say it's not C. Because
Yeah.
it's 6x minus 15, and that's not what they asked for.
That's right. But remember,
Yes.
15 less than Alva means the 15 is the one that's being subtracted.
Subtracted.
That
Yes.
means the 15 is subtracted from 6 times a number.
Yes.
And this is not the same. 15
No.
is having 6 times the number subtracted from it. That's not the
Yes.
same thing.
And then it's the B said 15x.
That's
Yes,
right.
Vanessa.
Yes.
15 times a number. You don't see
Yes.
15 times a number nowhere in this problem. So it
No,
can't be B.
no.
In fact, it can't be A either because A also says 15 times a number.
Yes.
So you can eliminate A and
So
B.
that's one number and it's D.
That's right. Because
Yeah.
you don't see anywhere in this problem 15 times a number,
No.
right? What do you see? You see 6 times a number. That means you're going to try to find a 6x.
Yes.
All right. Questions on number 1.
They
I
tried
tried-
to trick you, Miss Barbara.
Mercedes.
They're playing with the
I
brain.
I was saying, Miss, I tried and I reached at C and D, Miss, and I read it. And I said, okay, I'm gonna try C because I wasn't sure I understood so well. But
Okay.
I know it wasn't A and B. I'm sure of that.
Well, that's good. You can eliminate A and B and you're down to 2 choices, and that increase your chances of getting it right, with 2 choices, because A and B, it can't be those, because
No.
nowhere do you see 15 times a number. So that
But
15x eliminates A and B.
thank you, Miss.
Okay, any questions on number 1?
No.
Now, we getting there, Miss Barbara.
Yeah,
With
so
number
you
one.
think another one like this you'd probably get correct, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
Miss.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, let's go to number 2. Now, when I send you some problems to do, which I will send you a list to do, we'll see how you do on those. All right, see if you can figure it out,
I
just
can
like
do
we
number
did
2.
here. Okay. Okay, who said they could do number 2?
No, I say I didn't do number 2.
Oh, you didn't do number 2. Okay. Now, Vanessa. Where's Vanessa?
Yes, Miss Barbara.
Okay.
That way was asking
Vanessa, you did number 2, right?
Yes.
Okay, Vanessa. Okay, Vanessa will tell you how you do number 2. How did you do number 2, Vanessa?
Okay. This here is a, what do we call it? Finding the
Quadratic.
zeros of quadratic.
That's right. Finding the zeros of a quadratic. And how do we know this is a quadratic equation?
Because it has the power x.
Power of what? Power of 2.
Yes.
Yeah, it had x squared. That tells us it's a quadratic. So, Vanessa, how did you get the factors?
Okay. You say, let's exit out x. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so Vanessa's giving you a factor. So what do you have in this first one?
X.
Okay, so you put an X. All right. And in the second one, you have an X.
Now
And
the
why,
X.
why did she put an X, Maureen? Why did she put X and then X?
I don't know, Miss Barra.
Alva, do you know why she put X and then an X?
Well,
Power
I
2.
think she gonna times 2x.
No, Maureen, you just said it. Maureen, what is it?
Because she got the power of 2, right?
Yeah, because the power of 2 and X times X gives you the X squared.
Yeah.
That's why she put an X here and an X here, because she knows she must get an X to the second power. And an X times an X, that's a 1, that's a 1. And when you multiply, you add the powers, and a 1 plus 1 is 2. So that gives you the X squared. Keep going, Vanessa. What are your numbers here in the factor?
Okay, plus, yes, I think this is plus.
So you have a plus.
Plus 3.
Okay, you said a plus 3. What do you have here in the next factor?
And you have a,
Now remember, Vanessa, the numbers you pick, you must multiply to get the -4, and you
yes,
must add to get a -3.
3, yes.
So this can't be a 3, right?
No, that cannot be a 3. That's 4.
That's 4, okay.
That's 4, not 3.
And
4.
what's the sign?
That's a plus 4.
Remember, you have a negative here,
Let me see.
and a plus
Okay,
or
a negative
minus
4.
is negative, okay?
So therefore,
You have
negative
a
4.
-4.
4.
All right. And what do you have in the next?
You have a plus. Yes, this has to be a plus. Is a plus 1.
Okay, very good. Okay, so she has her factors, x minus 4 times x plus 1. If you multiply this out, you should get this
Yes.
quadratic. Because a -4 times a +1 gives you a -4. A -4x and a +1x gives you a -3x. Now, quadratics are set equal to 0, right? So y equal x squared minus 3x minus 4. And this is equal 0. Now, if the quadratic is equal to 0, then the factors are also equal to 0, right?
Yes.
So that means you've got to set these factors equal 0. So let's just do that. So x minus 4 is equal to 0, and x plus 1 equal 0. Right? You don't really need the parentheses here. We'll just take them out. And if x minus 4 is 0, what is x equal, Vanessa?
X minus 4
equals 0. So what is x equal to?
X minus 4 is equal to 0.
So what is x equal to?
1.
No.
3.
No. What do you add to a -4 to get a 0?
A negative what, Miss Barbara?
What do you add? What number adds to a -4 to give you 0?
A 4.
A
Is it
4.
4?
Yeah, a 4. A +1, a -4 give you 0, right?
0, yes, that's true.
Okay. Now, Vanessa, what about this one? What is x equal to?
X equal to 1.
What number you add to a 1 to give a 0?
1.
And a plus 1.
A 1 and a 1
A
is
negative.
a 2. -1.
Negative
Right.
1.
Very good. Okay. So what answer has a +4 and a -1? What answer, Vanessa?
B.
B. Okay. X is a 4 and X is a, so this would be what? X is a 4 and X is
I got that one right. I don't know how I come up with it.
okay. Well, once you get the factors, you could just really just
Do
reverse
it
the
back.
signs.
Yes,
Yes.
You didn't
I
really
got
have to
it
go
right,
through
Miss
this.
Barbara.
Well, yeah, once you get your factors like Vanessa did here, you can just reverse your signs. This is a negative, so it will be a +4 for a 0. This is a plus, it will be a -1 for a 0. So then you go up here and find which one has a +4, which one has a -1 is B.
But
We
I
did
get
it.
that after the correct minds.
Okay, yeah, you got it after.
Yeah,
Okay.
because after I had the 2 wrong answers, I passed the 2 wrong answers that I had, and then went back and studied again.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
really
just
good.
remember first you get your factors like Vanessa did here. And the way she did that, you had to find 2 numbers that
Yes.
multiply to give you a -4. And those same 2 numbers add to give you a -3. That can only be a -1 or +1. Because remember, when you multiply unlikes, you get negative. So a -4 times a +1 gives you a -4.
That is 2 that I did, and I changed the answers.
Okay, and then a -4x and a +1
Oh, I
gives you a
got no answer.
-3x.
Dummy.
All right. And right at this point, you could just say, okay, let me just reverse the signs, because that would give me the zeros.
Yes, you can reverse the sign.
-4 will be a +4, and the +1 will be a -1. So then you pick B. Save yourself a step. Once you get the factors, just reverse the signs, and then that would be the answer. Any questions on number 2?
Nah. Once I got it right.
My question is to get that I didn't get it. I tried, I couldn't get it.
You didn't get your factors, Mercedes?
No, miss, I forgot how to do it.
Well, remember when this coefficient of your x squared is a 1, and it's a 1 if you don't see a number in front of it. The rule is the factors must multiply to give the constant, and those same two factors must add to give you the coefficient of the x. So over here, let's just say, okay, minus 4. Okay, and we said multiply. This is what I mean. Minus 4 times, and I'll just put the plus here, plus 1. And what does that give you, Alba? What's a minus 4 times a plus 1?
It's a plus 1 minus 4 plus 1 is 0. I
No,
mean,
no, this is
no,
multiplication. This is multiplication, Alba.
oh,
What's a
that's
minus 4 times a plus 1?
minus 4 times 1 is 4.
Unlike signs give you positive or negative when you multiply.
Negative.
Negative
So this will be a negative 4.
4, yes.
Okay, so I remember say your factors must multiply to give you this constant negative 4. So a
Yes.
minus 4 times a plus 1 gives you a negative 4.
Negative 4.
Now,
yes.
those same two factors must add to give you the coefficient of the x, which is a minus 3. So
Yes.
you take a minus 4, and let's just add this, a plus 1. This
Yeah.
is an addition, right?
Yes.
And this is plus 1. And we're adding this. What does that give you, Alba?
A minus 4 and a plus 1 is 0.
A minus 1, a plus 1? No, it's not 0.
Oh, and a plus 1.
Yeah,
So you're
minus-
subtracting.
Well, we're adding. So what happens when you add? What happens when you add unlike? You are actually subtracting, like you said.
Yes.
So let's just put the plus here. Okay. And we don't need this. Okay. So what do you get, Alva, when you add a minus 4 and a plus 1? What
A
does that give
minus
you?
4 and a plus 1 is 5. You're subtracting, no?
Yeah, it's subtracting. So what's a
Yes.
minus 4 and a plus 1?
Minus 3.
It's a minus 3.
Yeah, because it's an adding of unlike signs, but
Yes,
you really
yes.
subtract. So
Yes,
4
it's a
minus
minus
1
3.
is a 3, but the bigger number is the 4, which is negative.
Yes.
Or you could say you have more negative than you do positive.
Yes.
So the answer is a negative 3.
Yes.
So when you have a quadratic, the factors you multiply must give you the constant. That's a negative 4. Those same two factors must add to give you the coefficient of the x, which is a
Yes.
minus 3. That's
Yes.
how Vanessa knew that her factors were minus 4 and plus 1.
Plus 1. Yes.
Okay. Because the 3, if you put the 3 in, you get a minus 3 times a minus 1 would give you a plus 3, but see, that's a negative 4.
Yes.
Okay. Questions on number 2?
No, as I said, I came up with the right answers.
Yeah. Well, you solve your factors and then just reverse the signs. Once you
Yes.
get the factors, reverse the signs, and that would be the zeros. Because like I say,
Okay.
the factors, if the quadratic is set to 0, the factors, each factor is set to 0. So once you get the factors, just reverse the signs and then pick the answer. So the minus 4 becomes the plus 4, the plus 1 becomes the minus 1. So the answer can only be B. Questions? Maureen, did you do number 3?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go to number 3. All right, Maureen, tell us how you did number 3. I'll bring it up. You don't see it yet. Okay. Okay, Maureen, how did you do number 3?
Oh, I did number 3.
Read it and then tell me how you did it.
Okay. Your brother has $3,000 saved for 10 days vacation. His airplane ticket costs $820. Which of the following equalities could be used to find the average amount of money he can spend each day on his vacation?
Okay, now, how does he find how much money he can spend, Maureen?
I didn't work out my Miss Barbara. I just read my answers.
So tell me in words from what they gave you here, how do you find how much money he can spend on his vacation?
10 times less than 820.
What are you
His
saying,
ticket
Chastity? What are
cost
you saying? No, you didn't answer my question. How do you find how much money his brother can spend on his vacation?
Miss, can I say something?
Yes.
First, you're gonna deduct the cost of the airplane ticket. Then you divide the
No, you tell him you're not giving me what I asked you.
okay, what do you say
Just-
again?
I
I
said,
did.
how do you find how much money the brother can spend on his vacation? Just tell me with the numbers that are here. The answer to that question, Mercedes.
Okay.
Use
I
the
do.
numbers.
I do 10 days.
No, Mercedes.
Okay.
I divide, Miss. I divide 10 days into
No, you're getting ahead. That's not what I asked.
okay,
How
sorry.
do you find how much money the brother can spend on his 10-day vacation?
True division, true divide and
No, not division. Chastity, do you know?
subtraction and division.
Chastity,
So you subtract
subtract what?
820 from 3000.
That's it. That's all I wanted to hear.
Miss, I told you that first.
No, you didn't. You were
You
telling
said
me divide, Mercedes. All I wanted. You didn't tell me that. I didn't want two things. All I wanted was you to tell me just what Chastity said. Take 3,000 minus the airplane ticket cost 820. Okay.
So, Miss, when I say I I took away the airplane ticket money, that's 820 from the 3,000. That was wrong way to say it.
No, you said more than that, Mercedes. You told me to divide by something. All I wanted
No,
was
no.
just simple.
I got you. I got you.
You got me. You were telling me some other things that I didn't
Oh, you
ask
didn't
for.
want. Oh, you didn't want me to go further than what Chastity
No,
said.
that's right. I just wanted you to
Okay.
tell me, how do you
That's
find how much money the brother can spend on this vacation? And that's
okay.
by taking what he saved and subtracting 820. That then
Yes.
would be the amount he can spend. Okay. On his vacation. That's all I wanted. Okay. So once you know that, then you have to find which one of these have a 3,000 minus 820.
2180.
Yeah, which one of those inequalities has a 3,000 minus 820? Which
Okay.
choice?
I
Which
did.
choice?
I did.
Alva.
Yes,
Which
Miss.
choice? Which choice A, B, C, D that
I
has
did.
a
I did.
3,000?
I did pick B.
Okay. So what? No, I want to know all the choices that have 3,000 minus 820.
Okay, so
D.
the only choice I saw there that fit it, Miss Barbara, is B.
That's not what I asked you. Which choices do you see of 3,000 minus 820? There are two of them.
Yes, there's two of them.
What
Yes.
are they, Alva?
A and B.
That's right, A and B. There are two
Yes.
choices, A and B, where you can
Yes.
subtract the 820, right? So we
Yes.
know C and D, it can't be C or D, right?
Right.
Now,
Yes.
once you subtract it, then the next step is to divide it over 10 days, right?
Yes.
So if you divide that over 10 days, that means you're going to be dividing the 10 by the 3,000 minus 820, right? Now,
Yes.
should that be less than or greater than, Alba?
It's less than.
Less than or equal, because he can't spend more than what he has, right?
No,
So
no.
what's the answer, Alba?
B.
B.
Okay, so you can see what, that's why, Mercedes, that's why I wanted you to just do just this first part, because then you can
Okay.
eliminate choices. C and D, you don't see a 3,000 minus
Okay.
820. That gives you only A and B. And now
Yes,
you got to say, I
Yeah.
can't spend more than
More
what I
than
have,
3,000.
so
Yes.
it's got to be less than or equal to the difference that you got here. Any
So I did
questions?
choose B.
Yeah,
I did
very
choose B
good.
because I choose A and B first, and then I work it out, and then I say, oh, it's B.
Very good. Because once you know how much he can spend, and that's what he has left over from buying his plane ticket, then you know that C and D cannot be answers because they don't have this 3,000 minus 820. And both of these A and B, you subtract 820 from both sides, so that's 3,000 minus 820. But you can't spend more than what he has, so it's got to be less than or equal. Questions on number 3?
No,
No,
Miss, thank you.
I understand the inequality, Miss Barbara.
Very good. Okay.
So that's
Alan.
why I could able to come up with B.
All right. Wonderful. Okay. So let's go to the next column. Let me bring that all on 1-3. And this one, someone said they couldn't solve 4. Who's that, you, Maureen?
Yeah, I did solve 4, but then I do corrections and I put B, so I don't know if I right.
You put what?
I choose B now. As everybody correct it, but I ain't sure if I still right.
Now,
I didn't do 4. I couldn't solve it, Miss. I'm the person.
okay, I know someone said they couldn't solve it. Now, M is in the table and C is in the table. So how you solve this problem is put a value for M and solve for C. And if it's in the table, then you keep going, right? But if it's not, you go to the next one. So if we took, let's just say C equals M plus 2, right? This is the little c. That's A, right? Now, Mercedes, if you put M as 0, what do you get?
I put M as 0.
What do you get here?
2.
Yes, you get 0 plus 2. And that's equal to, right? Now, let's put C equal 1. What do you get?
5. I'm just looking at the table, so I don't know.
No, we're not looking at the table now. We're taking this C equal M plus 2.
Okay.
So if I put a 1 here, what do I get?
If you put a 1, you get 3.
We get 3, right? Is that what you see in the table?
No.
No, because you see a 5, right? So then
Yeah.
it can't be A.
Oh,
You follow?
yes,
If you
yes,
put
yes.
the M value in the equation and you don't get what you see in the C column, then it can't be. See, once you got the first one 2, but then when you put the 1, you didn't get a 5, you got a 3. So you can eliminate A. Got it?
Okay, yes.
Okay, let's go to the next one. And that's C equal 2M plus 3. All right. Now, when it's 0, what do we get, Mercedes?
1.
No, we have 2m plus 3. So C equals, when it's 0, what is this equal? What's 2 times 0?
0.
0. Okay. So 0 plus 3. And what's that equal to, Mercedes?
11.
0 plus 3?
No, no, 3.
3.
3.
Now, remember, I'm just working with these equations from the
Oh,
choices.
oh,
So
okay,
what's
okay.
0 plus 3, Mercedes?
3.
Same 3.
Okay, it's 3. What do you see in the table for 0?
2.
2. So it can't be B then, right?
No, miss. Oh, no, we're getting it.
You see, you get it? Once you
Okay.
substitute the M and you get the C value and it's not in the table, then you can eliminate that one.
Okay.
Okay.
You got
Okay.
it? Now,
Oh,
let's go to the next one. We have C equals 3M plus 2, right? Plus 2. Now, Mercedes, let's go to 0. What do I get here for when M is 0?
2.
Yeah, you get 3 times 0 is 0. So 0 plus 2 equals 2. Is that what's in the table?
No. Yes, miss.
Yes. Okay. Let's go to when it's 1. Okay. Let's go here. Let's put 1 in for M. So we have C equal 1 plus, well, we have 3M. So what's 3 times 1? What would this be?
3.
Mercedes, 3 times 1.
3.
3. Okay. And we add our 2. And what do you get, Mercedes?
5.
5. Is that what in the table?
No.
Right here, when it's 1,
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yes,
table say
5.
5,
5.
Yes.
Yes,
right?
5.
And then if you go to the next ones, okay, and 3 times M, that's C, and M is 2. What's 3 times 2, Mercedes?
6.
6. So that would be 6
Plus
plus 2. And what's that equal to, Mercedes?
8.
That's what's in the table?
Yes, miss.
Yeah.
2. And then you can go to the next one. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11. So what's the correct answer, Mercedes?
C.
The correct answer is, I only can guess because I still don't, are you telling me I still don't understand it? Honestly, I fully don't
I
understand.
don't understand this neither.
Okay,
I'm
all
getting
right.
the drift of it, but I
Okay,
don't get it.
wait, just a minute. Let's go back. So what you're doing, you're taking the M values, putting them in the equation, and solve for C. If it's in the table for all of these, then that's the answer. So
Okay.
we started with C equal M plus 2, right here. When M is 0, we got a 2. That's in the table, right?
Yes.
When M is 1, we got what? A 1 plus 2 is 3, but the table has a 5. So it can't be A. Everybody following me?
Okay, I get you now.
You got it?
Says 1 plus 2.
Yeah, you're taking the M value in the table, putting it here in the equation, and solving for the C. If it's in the table, then it's a possible solution. We got it for the 0, but when we went to the 1, we got a 3, but the table has a 5 for the C.
Says not that.
So
wait a minute. Miss, wait a minute. Let's go back to the 1. No, to the 0 with the 2.
Okay. I'm using the C equal M plus 2, A choice, right?
Yes.
When M is 0,
Yes.
M plus 2 will be 0 plus 2 is 2. The table has a 2. So far, so good, right?
Yes.
But then when I put the 1 in for the M is now substituted with the 1. 1 plus 2, M plus 2 is 3. So, but the table has 5, so it can't be A.
So hold it, miss. So when you put in 0 plus, no, you put in 1.
Now put the 0
Now you-
first. The first
Yeah.
thing in the table is the 0 for the M.
Yeah.
So I substituted for M0.
And you say plus
Added a
2.
2, and I
And
got
you
2.
get 2.
That's
Now you
in
go
the table.
Yeah. So
Then
you go
I
to
go
the
to
1.
the 1. Right here,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
1. So I substitute for M1, add the 2, and I get 3. But the table has 5. So
In
I
one,
know,
for 1 you got 5, so it can't be that one answer.
so it can't be A. You
Yes.
got me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then I go to B. B
Yes.
says C equals 2M plus 3.
Yes.
I put M0. 2 times 0 is 0. Plus 3, and I get 3. The table has 2, so it can't be B. Because the first entry, 0, doesn't give me a 2, it gives me a 3.
Okay.
You got it?
Yes.
Mercedes, you following me?
Right there, I'm not sure. Right there, 2 C
2.
equals to M plus 3.
No, C equal 2M plus 3.
Yes. And you put
So
in,
I put the 0. 2
Mhm.
times 0 is 0.
Yes.
0 plus 3 is 3. The table has a 2 for C,
Okay. Okay.
right?
So you can
So
use
it
that.
can't be this one because it failed on the first entry in the table, 0.
Okay.
You got me?
Yes.
Okay. Then I went to C. C equals 3M plus 2.
Yes.
Then I put the 0. 3 times 0 is 0. Plus 2 is 2. My table has a 2. So far, so good, right? Then I
Okay.
go to the 1. 3 times M is 3 times 1 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. That's what the table has, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Then I went to my 2. 3 times 2, 3M is 3 times 2, that's 6, right?
Yes.
6 plus 2 is 8. That's what my table has. If I
Yes.
go to my 3, I have 3M. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11, and that's what's in the table. So that C satisfies all of the C values for the M values.
So C is the answer.
C is the answer.
I have to practice on this one, miss. Seriously, because
Oh, can you send?
I couldn't even budget.
Yeah, it was kind of difficult for me,
Yeah, I
sir.
couldn't even budget. I tried.
Okay, so what did you find difficult on this one? So just one person tell me. What was
The way you
difficult?
do it, the way you did it, miss. The way you did it to go to the C equal M plus 2, and then you go down, you convert. Oh no.
It kind of rocking my brain, Miss
But-
Barbara.
But
Miss
It's
Barbara,
rocking my
yes,
brain.
yes, Vanessa.
when we're doing slope, you do it the same. There's certain, some of them you can do it this way too, right? It's
That's
slope.
true. That's
Yes.
true because this is a linear equation.
Yes,
Y equal mx plus b.
yes.
This is a
I gotta do
linear
more
equation.
practice on that. So boy.
That's right. Now, notice what they ask you to do. Which equation below could be used to calculate the total cost of riding in this taxi? That means C is the total cost, right?
Where you looking, miss?
Right here.
Oh.
I'm still at 4. Which
Yes.
equation below could be used to calculate the total cost of riding in this taxi? The total cost is C. And M, the number of miles. So your table give you number of miles and total cost. What you're trying to do is find which of these linear equations can I put in an M and get a C that's in the table. Follow? You substitute the M value, calculate the C. And if the equations satisfy all of your C values, then that's the equation.
So 2 miles and $8 is C.
That's right. 2 miles, $8 is the cost. 3 miles, $11 is the cost,
Mhm.
right?
Started getting you.
Me neither. I'm sorry. So sorry.
Okay, what we're doing is we're solving each equation for total cost. Each one of these equations is for total cost, right? But you're given 4 different miles, right? 4 different mile values. What you need to do is substitute the mile values into the equation, calculate the C. If the value you get is in the table, then you can keep going. If it's not, you stop because that equation does not satisfy it.
Okay, so the hem, where the 0 is, you're gonna put a hem.
That's it. See, M can be 0, it can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3.
Yes.
But when you put the M value in,
Yes,
you get the C, which is the total cost.
yeah, which is 2.
For 0 is 2. For
Yes.
1 mile is 5. For
Yes.
2 miles is 8. For
Yes.
3 miles is 11. So
Okay,
when you substitute these M values into the equation, your C value should match what's in the table. If
yes.
it doesn't match,
You know
then-
it's not there.
There.
then that's not your equation. So
Okay,
we started with the first one. We put M0. We got a
yes,
2.
and you get 2 miles.
And the 2 has 2 for the total cost, right? No,
Yes,
that's total cost. That's 2.
okay,
Then we put the 1, and we have a 1 as M, added a 2, we got 3. That's still the C equal M plus 2. But
Yes.
the table has for 1 a 5. We
yes,
got a 3. So it
Yes.
can't be A. We can eliminate A.
okay,
So Miss, a
Because-
question right there, Miss. So when you
Yes.
go to 1, you take 2 from the C side and add it to get the 3. Or you
Yeah.
take from the table.
No, I'm still doing my C equal M plus 2. Don't say these.
Oh,
And
so
I'm
you just add the-
substituting for M1,
okay.
adding my 2, because this is M plus 2, and that's how I
Oh.
got my 3.
Okay, so the C stand, the 1 stand for the C. Am I right?
No, the 1 is the M,
Oh, I mean the M I mean.
and what I calculate is the C. So
Yes.
1 plus 2
it's 3.
is 3. The 2 is just from this equation, 2.
Okay, okay.
And I
yeah.
got C is 3. But when I look at the table for 1, it has a 5.
Okay.
Yes,
I got a 3. So that
Yes.
means A cannot be my equation.
okay,
Mercedes, you got it?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but then when I go to my next one, C equals 2M plus 3, and I put a 0 for M. 2 times 0 is 0. Add a 3, and I get a 3. This can't be it because my table for 0 has a 2. I got a 3.
yes,
I can eliminate B. You following me, Mercedes? How I
Yes, ma'am.
eliminated B?
Do that what's one more time? I'm sorry, one time.
Okay,
So you limit B.
B is C equal 2M plus 3. Just what I
Yes.
have here, right?
Yes.
Okay, if my miles driven M is a 0, 2 times 0 is 0,
yes,
Yeah.
plus
Yes.
3 equal
Mhm.
3.
Or 3.
But
So this-
when I look at my table for mile 0, my
is-
cost C is
it's
2.
2. Yes,
But I
Okay,
got a
okay.
3, so it can't
Okay,
be
can
B.
be. Okay.
yes,
So I eliminate A, I eliminate B. Now I go to C.
C.
C is 3M plus 2. Now, when M is 0, 3 times 0 is 0. Add the 2 from this equation, I get 2. My table has 2. So
Two.
far, so
Yes.
good, right?
Okay.
Yes,
Then I take my M1. 3 times 1 is 3.
Yes.
Add 2, I get 5. My
Yes.
table has a 5.
5. So that's
Yes.
gone.
So,
Yes.
so
five.
far
Good.
I'm okay, right? Then I take my 2. 3M, 3 times 2 is 6. 6
Okay.
plus 2 is 8. That's what my table has, right?
Yes.
And I take my 3. 3 times 3, 3M, 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. And that's what my table has. So my C satisfy all of my M values.
Yes.
For every M value I use, I get the table's values of C.
Yes, because you have the 1 here, and when you put the C,
Yeah,
you
So-
get the 3, 1 and 2, 3.
right. So this one, let me just put here. I said it, but I didn't put it. Let me just put here C equals. We still working with the C equal 3M, right? So C equals, and 3 times 3 is 9, right?
Yes.
9 plus 2 equal 11. Isn't
11.
that what's in the table?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So I got all the values here, 2, 5, 8, 11.
So Miss, why do you choose 8? That little part kind of confused me.
Why didn't I choose A?
No, why did you choose C for the answer when you get 8? Because you also got 11.
Yeah, but I should get every value, Mercedes, for every value of M that I use, which is 0, 0, 1, 2, 3.
3.
I should get the C value 2, 5, 8, 11, which is what I got. 2, 5, 8, 11.
Still don't get that. You got when you did it, you got 11 and you got 8 and get 5, right? Which is on the table. Why did you use 8 as the answer? I mean C, because that was
Because for the reason I use C, because for every M value, I get a C value that's in the table.
and you get it with 8. Oh.
No, for 0, I got a 2 right here.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I'm substituting in 3M plus 2. So 3 times 0 is 0 plus 2 is 2. Then I put a 1. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 is 5. That's exactly what I have in the table. Then I take my 2 for M. 3 times 2, remember I'm still working with 3M. 3
Yeah.
Oh,
times
you
2 is
you
6.
didn't put the 1 down, right?
What? Yeah,
You
the
didn't.
3, yeah, the 1 is 3 times 1 is 3, Chastity, plus 2 is 5. Right here.
Yeah, I understand, but in the first one you put 0 plus 2 and equals 2, and then you went to 1 plus 2 equals 3. So right here I got a little bit confused because you jumped from 2 to 3, and
No,
I
I
didn't
didn't
see the
jump.
1.
I didn't jump. M is 0. That's this one. 3
So wasn't it
times 0.
supposed to be like 2
No, it's supposed to
2
be
plus
0,
1?
1, 2, 3. Well,
0 plus 2 is 2.
well, right here, that's my 0.
So wasn't you supposed to put C equal between the 0 plus 2 equals 2 and the 3 plus 2 equals 5? Wasn't you supposed to put 2 plus 1 equals 3?
No,
No,
what does the table have? The
it has
table has
0,
0.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's 0, 1, 2, 3. 4 entries. This one is M is 0. This one is M is 1. This one.
That's the
This
one
one
I
is,
don't see, the M as 1.
well, 3M, 3 times 1 is what, Chastity?
3 times 1 is 3.
And what's
Oh, I
3
got
plus 2?
5.
That's it, right here. That's the one, right here, Chastity, right here.
so Miss, you use the at the top where you say C equal 3M, you use the 3 to do it. You said
I'm using all of my M values.
Yes.
0 for this
to
one.
do it.
1, 2, 3.
I understand what Chastity is saying. Instead of putting the 1, you say 3 times 1 is how much? Is 3. So you put 3 right there plus 2.
No,
to
I
get the-
said the first one is 3 times 0.
No, not the first one I'm talking.
Right
Yes,
here.
that's one. Yes.
What's 3 times 1?
It's 3. That's what I'm saying. I said, no, I know why you did it. Instead of putting 1 there, that's what she's asking you. You just said 3 times 1 is how much? And
Well,
it's
I'm
3.
substituting. I'm not putting a 1 here. I'm
That's what I
substituting my 1 for my
Yeah.
M.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. That's what I meant. But I
Yeah,
just said
I substituted a 0 for my M here. I substituted a 1 for my M. I substituted a 2 for my M. And I substituted a 3. 3M, 3 times 0 is 0.
Yeah.
3M, where M is 1, is 3 times 1 is 3.
Yes.
3M, when M is 2, is 3 times 2 is 6.
Yes.
3M, when M is 3, is 3 times 3 is 9. You follow?
Yes. Yes. And you keep on
That's
using it.
it. Do you follow?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but that's what got me all confused. I know what Mercedes is saying. I think we're in the same boat.
Okay. So what is confusing here?
That I didn't see the 1
It's very confusing.
because I
This
didn't see. You
mother.
see how the first one you put 1 plus 2 equals 3?
Yes.
You were gonna keep on going 2 plus 3, right?
Okay,
2, 3 is 5.
oh, I see where your confusion. The confusion, Chastity, is this one just had M. This one has 3 times M. Different equations.
That is number C. That's C, right?
Yeah, this one has M, and I put a 0, I put a 1, and I put a 2. But that's because this first equation just has M
Yeah.
Oh.
And
by
that's the same.
itself. This one says the product of 3M, which means I've got to take my M and substitute it and multiply by the 3. No, by 3.
Yes, I know that. But you're going to do 1 now for coming to C. So you said 3 times 1 is 3.
No, 0.
No, I'm talking below the 0. The one below the 0. I understand it.
This one is 3 times 1 is 3.
That's why
this one is 3 times 2 is 6. This one is 3 times 3 is 9. Each time I'm adding 2.
That's right.
Is it still confusing?
No, I'm good.
Okay, because see, notice each equation is different. The first one is just a M. So I could say 0, 1, 2, 3, right? This one is a 2M. So I've got to multiply 2 times M. 2 times 0 is 0, or 2 times 1 is 2. But this one failed even on the 0, right? This one, I have 3 times M and then add 2. So I put a 0, I put a 1, I put a 2, I put a 3. But they have to be multiplied by the 3 because that's a coefficient.
Okay.
Right? 3 times 0, 0. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 2, 6. 3 times 3, 9. Each time adding 2, because that's what the equation has. C equals 3M plus 2. Is it still confusing?
No, miss.
No.
Chastity, you follow?
Yes.
I see where you see, but each equation is different. I couldn't just put 0 and 1 over here because I have a 3 to be multiplied by the M.
So now, miss, I realize what you're doing. You use A first, then you go to B, and then you go to C.
That's right.
Then D, and you get the answer.
Yeah, but I don't have to go to D because C passed the test.
Yes, okay.
Right? But I have to substitute in for the M. The first one just had M by itself. Second one has 2 times M. Third one has 3 times M. So I wouldn't have a 0, 1, 2, 3. I would have a 3 times 0, a 3 times 1, a 3 times 2, a 3 times 3.
Really
Follow?
appreciate your patience, miss. Really
Follow?
appreciate.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand now the confusion because you were still in the mindset of the A.
Yes.
But the
Yes.
A just has M, Chastity. Everything else other than D has a coefficient in front of the M. So I have to
Yes.
do that multiplication. Okay.
Thank you, miss.
Thank
Any
you.
questions on number 4?
Oh, well, I've practiced until it stick.
Well, I would like to get some more of that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I can see that.
All that determination to get it.
But remember, this is a substitution of the variable, where the variable
Okay.
is M, and then you solving for the C. And if
Okay.
it matches what's in the table, then that's your equation.
Okay.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right. Let's go to the next one, number 5. Who would like to do number 5? Anybody do number 5?
I did it, but I don't know if I get it right.
Okay. Now,
I have, I did put A.
okay, you did A, Alva. Okay, let's just take this equation. Now, remember slope. Okay. Now, let me write the general equation for slope and then see if you can solve this equation. Y equal mx plus b. Now, the slope is m, right? So what you want to do is get this equation in the format that look like this general linear equation. So somebody tell me, what would you do first if you want to solve this equation for y? What would you do first?
You're gonna subtract. No, you're gonna add B.
No, you said it right, Mercedes. What are you going to subtract?
5y on both sides.
No, I want y on the left. Remember, I wanted
Oh,
it to look
oh,
like
oh,
this
okay.
general equation. So you're going to
So
subtract what?
2x on both sides.
Okay, 2x. That's right. Very good. Subtract 2x from both sides. Okay. So do that. Let's take the 2x minus 5y equal 12. Okay. Now let's subtract the 2x on the left minus 2x and do it on the right minus 2x. Okay. Now what do I have left on the left side, Mercedes?
You have 5y.
I think
No.
there's a minus in front of it, right?
Sorry, minus
Okay,
5y.
throw away those minus signs, okay? Equal.
Okay.
And now I'll put the 2x in the front because of the mx in my general formula, okay? 2x plus 12. Okay. Now, how do I solve for y, Mercedes? What do I do next?
You're going to add 2x on both sides.
No, I'm solving for y.
Oh no, I'm missing now. Somebody continue for me.
Yeah, you could. Go ahead. You can,
Maureen,
Mercedes. You go ahead.
what do you do, Mercedes?
All
You
right.
don't make mistake. You go ahead.
All right.
Yes.
The y.
Now I want to
The-
solve for y, and this is a multiplication, Mercedes. So what's the opposite of multiplication?
So you're going to divide
That's
by
it.
Great.
on both sides.
Divide what?
Good.
5y on both sides.
No, I want y left.
Oh, 5
Minus 5.
minus
Divide
5.
both sides by minus 5. Okay, now let's do that. Actually, you'll have your answer. And you won't really have to do the rest of it. Okay, so we're gonna divide both sides by -5. So let's put the -5 and do that for both sides. Okay. So here we'd have -5, and here -5. Okay, so what do you have on the left side, Mercedes?
We have Y.
Okay, you'll have just
Equal.
Y left. Okay, so let's
Yes.
just copy this and put the Y. Okay, so we'll just have just Y left on the left. Okay. Okay, now we're dividing both sides by what?
By
Minus
5.
5.
So really the -5, let's just break it up here because both of these are divided by -5. So let's just take the 12. And we want to put the -5 underneath this. Okay, so this would be -5. So what is your slope?
Hmm. No, I mean,
What's the slope, Mercedes? What's the
my-
coefficient of the x?
the coefficient of the X would be 7.
5.
No,
What's the coefficient of the x?
2.
it's a slope.
Ooh.
No,
Y equal mx plus b.
Mhm.
So the coefficient for the M or the X,
Mhm.
yes.
For the m, what's the coefficient of the x? That would be the m. What do you see in front of the x on the right side?
Minus
My,
2.
No, minus
A
over
plus.
minus is plus.
You get 2/5 x.
So what is this equal to? What is it, Vanessa?
Y equal to 2/5 x plus,
Yeah, because minus over minus is plus. So this will be
Yes.
equal to, let's just put here,
2/5 x.
equal. And this will be, I'll just write it as a x. Because minus over minus is plus. Okay, so we don't need a underline here. And that's plus. And that's 12 divided by -5. Now, we can just stop right here because you see the answer. Which one has a coefficient of 2/5 in front of it, in front of the x? Mercedes, where do you see that one?
number 5, number B.
No.
2/5.
2/5. I'm sorry. A.
A. All right. So the
But-
answer.
I get that one right, Miss Bob. Which
Very
one we doing? Number 5, right?
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
there's another part to it, but you really didn't have to do that. Okay. Because
Oh,
you can
okay,
see
I get that
you can
one
see your
right.
answer here. Answer A. Because I'm sorry, answer A. Because A has 2/5 x minus 6.
Yes.
There were two parts to this, but you didn't really have to do
Yes.
the other part. The other
Mhm.
part,
Yes,
Vanessa,
yes.
you saw that, right?
Yes, Miss Barbara.
You didn't really have to
I
do
only
the
did,
other
I
part.
only do part. I only do one.
Yeah.
I didn't do the other
The
one.
other one said
Yes,
something
I
about
got
an
that
intercept,
one right.
but you didn't have to do the other part because only one answer had it said, and the same intercept as this one. But you didn't
Yes.
have to, you didn't really have to do that one because I gave you the answer that had the 2/5. That's the
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So that's
Okay.
what that's
So
why I
you
picked
didn't
that
really
one.
have to do that one. You could solve it for the intercept, but you didn't have to. Questions?
I
No,
have to review that again and do another one and another one. Oh, boy.
Well, you're trying to, Mercedes, this is your linear equation right here. That's your linear equation in the general format. So you want to get your equation to look, this equation right here, to look like
Yes.
y equal mx plus b. And we
Okay.
did because we got the 2/5, that's our
Mhm.
m, and
Yes.
that's our b, but we wanted to find the same
Uh,
y-intercept as this one. And actually, if you solve this, you'd get the same y-intercept. But we didn't
Okay.
have to do that because only one equation has a 2/5 x, mx, and the -6 is the y-intercept. So you're trying to make this equation look like y equal mx plus b, which means you want your y to remain here on the left side. That's why you subtracted out the 2x. And then this is a multiplication. So you divide it. Minus over minus gives plus. So you got the 2/5 x for your slope, m, and
-6.
that's the only answer that has 2/5 x.
Because you divided 12 means to get the 6.
Mhm.
You divide 12 right here to get the 6. And the answer.
No,
The
no,
answer said,
my answer is the slope. The
I know,
mx.
I know, but I'm just look at the 6 and see where you get the 6 out there.
Oh no, the 6 is a y-intercept. It said that the y, okay, the same y-intercept as this one. So if you
Mhm.
solve this equation, you should get that -6. It says y-intercept, right? So if
Yes.
you solve that equation for the constant, which is the y-intercept, you should get what we had here. Okay,
Okay.
12 over -5. I mean, you can solve it to see, but you don't have to because I only gave you one choice that had the 2/5 x.
Okay.
To find out if you could see that and not have to worry about solving that other equation. But if you do, you should get 12 over -5 as your y-intercept, which is your b. The b is the y-intercept. Value of y when x is 0 on the grid. Okay. Questions? Okay, that was what, number 5? Number 5. Who solved number 6? I got all kinds of answers.
I don't know. I have B. I don't know where I come up with it.
the answer is A.
You know,
You
say
got,
the must
you got the length and you got the width and you want to find the perimeter. What's the formula for area, Maureen?
The
Of a
area,
rectangle. Yes.
area is length versus width.
It's
It's what?
That length versus the width.
Length versus? I never heard of that one.
The length of the rectangle
Length at length plus width.
by with.
is 12.
No, it's times because it's
Yeah.
square dimensions, right? Area of a rectangle is length
By the width.
time, not by, times
Width.
width.
Times width.
Well, you can say by, length times
Okay.
the width. Okay, so that's length times the width. And what is the perimeter, Maureen?
2 length plus 2 width.
Okay, that's it. Very good. Perimeter equals 2L
2
plus
W.
2W. So now you got your formulas. So the length is what? What would we substitute for the length, Maureen? Let me just put A equals L times W. So, Maureen, what is the length?
Length is 5x minus 2y.
Okay, so let's just put that in. 5x minus 2y. And what's the width, Maureen?
The width is 12x plus 2y.
Okay, 12x plus 2y. Okay. Now, when you multiply that out, Maureen, did you multiply that out? Did you multiply the area out?
5, 12, 60.
Did you multiply the area? Maureen, did you multiply the area?
Actually gone offline.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh,
You're sleeping, Marine?
what you ask, Miss Barbara?
Yeah, did you multiply the area?
I multiply, yeah. I
Why?
multiply
Why?
2. I multiply, I do the perimeter is 2, right? So I do 2 times 5 is 10x.
Okay, so you didn't use the area, you used the perimeter,
Yeah,
right? Okay, so let's put this P equal. Now you put 2 times the length, and the length was 5x minus 2y, right?
Which is not
Uh-huh.
the bathroom I talking about it and get cross.
Okay, and that was plus 2 times the width. And what did you put, Maureen?
And
No, what did you
2
put for
5
the
is
width?
10.
What did you put for the width?
Or the width.
The wife, don't look at me.
I put, let's see, 12x plus 2y.
Okay, now let me put, so you calculated the parameter and you got what? What did you put? 2 times 5x minus 2y. What did that give you?
12.
2 times 5x is what, Maureen?
2 times 5x is 10x.
Okay, 10x. And 5 times 2y is, 2 times 2y, you got what?
4y minus
Plus,
4.
okay, minus 4y.
Yeah.
Okay, now what do you get for the next one?
Plus, I say,
2 times 12x.
that is 20, yes, plus 24x.
Okay, 24x. And 2 times 2y.
4y.
4y. Okay, now let's see. 10, you got 10x, and this is a minus
4.
4y.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so when you added that up, what did you get?
Add up which one?
This equation, P equal
Oh.
10x minus 4y plus 24x plus 4y. What did that give you?
I get 34x.
Equal, and what answer is that?
Yeah.
A. Now, some of you got different answers, and I want to know why. Alva, what did you get?
I got B, but now I know that it's not right.
Okay, now you substituted in your length like Maureen did here, and substituted your width, then you multiplied. The 2
Yes.
times the 5x is 10x. 2
Yes.
times the minus 2y is minus
Four-
4y.
Y.
And 2 times the 12x is 24x. And
Yes.
2 times the 2y is a plus 4y. But notice
Yes.
you have a minus 4y and a plus 4y, it gives you
So it's
0,
yes.
right? So then you
Yes.
only have the 10x and the 24x, add the
Yes.
coefficients. 24 and 10 is 34, right?
Yes. Yes.
So your answer would be
A. Okay. I got that one wrong.
Mercedes, questions?
I got it wrong, miss, but no, I said I get it now.
But you see it now, right?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
use the parameter formula.
Yes.
All right. You didn't need the area here. This you didn't need because you're not calculating anything with the area. You only needed the length and the width to
Okay.
calculate the parameter. All right. And the 2 lengths plus 2w, put the lengths and the width that was given, and then it's just combining the like terms. Minus 4y plus 4y is 0, and then the 10 and 24 is 34. Those are like terms x, and you get 34x. Questions? Any
Okay,
questions on parameter?
Those that we got wrong, we can work on them.
Yes, that's
Yes,
right.
miss.
But one nice thing, I sent some explanations to some of you who sent me answers, and you looked at the explanations and then you got some of them right, which is very encouraging because at least you could follow the steps and get some of them right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think we'll just do one more. 7. Oh, that's a graph. So now some people gave me wrong answer on this one. I wonder why. Alvin, what did you get? 7.
C.
Okay, because you said it's 6 months and you took the graph here and you went from the 6 months up to
Yeah,
the dot, and that's 75.
yeah.
Now somebody gave me a different answer.
I had 75 too. Okay, well,
First, I give you A, but when I go back and I look at the graph, I see 5 and then 25 because where did that stop?
Yes.
So I changed and I said 25 and 50 is 75. That's how I
Yeah,
come up with
because
that
it
answer.
was midway between 70 and 80.
Yes.
Mercedes, you see that? You
Yes,
take
miss, I
this-
got it wrong.
What did you have?
50.
How did you get 50?
I don't know.
Well, you take the
I,
6
I,
months,
yeah. I
Mercedes.
count up. Yeah, go ahead.
Take the 6 months, go all the way up to the dot, and
I
you're
read
right
it there.
here. And then
Yes.
go over to the left, and that's midway between 70 and 80, and that's 75.
That's why I didn't understand that part. I go all the way up to the dot, miss.
Yeah.
And I said, what's going on? I couldn't figure it out.
Okay, but once you went to the dot, Mercedes, right up here, then you
Yes.
go to your left where your W is, and that's your price. And it's midway between 70 and 80, and that would be 75. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yes. I see.
Okay. Yeah, you see it there. See the
Yes.
the 50 is not there. Okay.
I don't know what maybe I want to sleep when I was doing it, miss, because I did when I came from work.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
I'll go.
Because I can
Yes,
see
Maureen.
Are you going into the Microsoft that they offer you to go to?
Oh, the
Yes,
micro.
I
Make
saw-
sure. Yeah, make sure you respond to Jahira.
Are you going, Lucy?
Who is going?
I saw they send it to my phone. That it would be very good for me because I'm not. so good
I
at the
think it would be,
computer.
and they have 2 classes. They have
I
a
tell
morning
you,
and the afternoon one.
I don't afternoon one.
Miss, I put it on one of my work day, miss. So it's out for me. And they say I can review it on YouTube if they put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did respond to Miss Bickles about it.
It's in the evening.
Oh,
You can't do it in the evening. Like it's after 5. It's from
She-
5
but
to
she works-
7:30.
She works
Yes.
12 hours.
8 to 8.
Mercedes works 12 hours,
Oh.
right, Mercedes? So you
Maureen,
you-
you have my number, right?
Yeah.
Okay, call
make
me,
sure
we
you
talk
call.
about it.
Make sure
Uh-huh.
you call
Uh,
Jahira. I think Miss Beckle sent you her email information.
yeah.
Respond back to her because the classes
Uh-huh.
are filling up. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Make sure you respond back to her of the class you
I gotta
want.
try to do mine tomorrow.
Yeah. Do
Call
it.
me,
Do it.
Maureen.
Do it
Uh-huh.
as soon as you can,
Okay.
so you don't lose out on the class.
Uh-huh.
And it's because it's good that they are offering those
Yes.
classes. You know, that will really help you. And Alva, you've got your new computer, so you can get
Yes, Miss Barbara, I want to know.
right?
I want to know it
Yes.
good. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Now, number 8. Some of you didn't get it right. I think Maureen, you had it right.
Number 8.
But remember, number 8, you got to convert your square yards. You got to convert your feet to square yards. And 9 square feet is 1 square yard. So you got to do that in order for this to come out right.
No, yeah.
Okay. So we'll continue our problems next time. I will
Okay,
be
Miss Barbara.
sending you, your homework will be the, I will send you some problems on converting phrases, the algebraic expressions that we went over at the beginning.
Okay.
And if you can text me answers if you like.
Yes,
Okay.
Miss
We can go
Barbara.
over it when we come back, but it would be
Okay.
nice if you go over it and text me some answers, and that's telling me you really
Okay.
understanding how to translate these phrases and equations into the algebraic expressions. Okay. All right. So
Excuse
long,
me,
everybody.
Lucy. Mercedes,
Yeah.
you doesn't have a lunch hour?
Say it again.
You have a lunch hour?
I can't say no because I don't see the lunch hour. I can't wait to
You
get
should
off
go
this
have lunch
place.
hour. Because if you had a lunch hour, you could have done it in your lunch hour because you take it from 10, well, something to 11 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that hour sometimes a busy time for me because sometimes I have to shop for my clients.
Well, Mercedes, call Mercedes, call Jahira, either send an email. Ask her if it's being recorded because of your work hours. You can't take either session.
Yeah,
And maybe it's
I did.
recorded, you could go on the recording of it, look at it, okay?
I mentioned that to Miss Beckles, tell her that if you have a recording for YouTube, I could review it.
Okay,
And she said she would try. She would let me
okay,
know.
all right,
No
good. So
problem,
you'll
no
get an
problem.
answer on that. All right,
Yes.
so long, everybody. Thanks for
Have
sharing.
a good weekend, Miss
Thank-
Barbara.
Okay, you
Thanks, Miss
too.
Barbara. You
Okay,
have a
All
great
right.
weekend.
Okay,
Bye,
everybody.
everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a
Bye-bye.
great weekend.
Bye.
Good afternoon.